Good morning. We are in Ely, Minnesota, and I really wanted to show you this town. This is a beautiful little town. Not right here. I just used this area to turn around, and now I got to get my seatbelt situated. I don't know how good this tripod's going to work, but I did get in trouble for hands-free. The ticket was 180 bucks, guys, and I was guilty. That was the first ticket I've gotten in, I don't know, 20 years, probably 20 years. All right, now we're back on this main road here. This is, we are in Ely, Minnesota, guys, and this town is all about portaging the Boundary Waters canoe area. See, there's canoe trips right there. Hotels and motels all over the place, welcome fishermen. So we're in a very north part of Minnesota, not far from the Canadian border, International Falls, that area. So this is the Boundary Waters canoe area, and I think you guys are going to really like this town. We're kind of on the very outskirts of it right here, but they're all like these. I don't know if you guys can look down that road, but almost the houses are really old, and there's a lot of like cabin-looking places, a lot of great shops, paddle in. I mean, there's tons of motels up here. Yesterday, Gypsy and I spent the night Adventures Inn. This town might be expensive, though. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Ely, Minnesota is kind of I guess where a lot of bougie people have lake places. We are going to try to spend a little bit of time on a couple of the lakes, maybe hit up there's a nice cafe right there, canoe rental everywhere, but we're going to probably hit up a state park. I also want to hit up Burnside Lake for you guys so you guys can see that. I got a really funny story about that lake. Golly, that story's about 30 years old, but it's alive and well. It's still getting people laughing. See Outfitters right there. I don't know if you can see it. Canoe Country Outfitters. My nephew, he worked and lived up here for I think a couple, 2 or 3 summers. He was worked for an outfitter. He'd drive them up. What they do is they say, okay, well, we're gonna go up to the Boundary Waters, and we can only portage in from here, and then we got to go there, and then we got to portage here from there to there, and that's what he would do. And it's a really interesting thing because those guys make a lot of money, just for portaging. Granted, you really kind of got to know what you're doing. I'm sure it takes a little bit of time, but yeah, and if you have your own boat too, you could, not the Boundary Waters canoe areas, but there's some of these other lakes like Burnside, Vermilion. There's a ton of lakes up here where you can, what do they call that? Take people out on the boat, whatever. Go bring them fishing. Gypsy's being really funny right now. I think we're gonna just take and do a little walking. I don't know if I can park right here. 2 a.m. Yeah, I think we're just gonna cruise on down this way a little bit further. This is a really neat lake. Beautiful area. Lots of money. There's people, I think there's a list you can look at, Burnside Lake in Ely, Minnesota, and it'll list all the rich people that, or probably quite a few people that live on that lake. I knew there were some NASCAR folks, some royal family member from England or something like that, I don't know. But big fancy houses, and they just live in there in the summertime. Gypsy's getting all excited about something. She wants one of them side-by-sides, I think. Yep, I love this town. I haven't, I was up here moving my nephew's boat. Well, was actually my dad's original boat, but then my nephew, he inherited it, and we were up here moving it. I had to put some new tires and rims on it and get it down to the house. That was 3 or 4 years ago. That was a good day though. I love it when you get to spend time with family like that, just on your own, not a big family gathering. It's fun to to be able to just spend the time with people like that. I like it. It's more personal. You can go grab lunch, whatever. Well, shoot. All right, let's see here. I'm not so good at this. This is why I probably got that ticket. I am a little bit more hands-free because I do have it on this tripod. But so now, that's where we stayed, was Tower, Minnesota. And I'm gonna whip a U-turn because there's another road down there that I want you guys to see. See if I can turn around right here. I got new tires put on this truck, and they're like just a little tiny bit too big. The mud flaps grab a hold of the tread when you're doing tight turns like that. I trimmed them up once, but still on an extreme turn, then it still catches. So I think, so Ely right there, what I want to do is I want to turn left up here. Okay, I'm going to turn left right here. See if this is it. It's a great town though, really beautiful town. Oops, yep, looks like we can turn in here. We're God, I think we're like right by where my nephew lived. This all looks really familiar. That little boat up there on the left, on the right here, that looks like the one that I had to haul out of here. Well, we're really close to where my nephew lived. Ely Flower and Seed. It's a fun town to spend some time in, but you got to pick and choose when you're going to be here, because I think some of these, even the motels, are probably expensive in the summertime. It gets really expensive in the summertime, or in the fall time. I'm sorry, in the fall. All right, we're going to take a left here. Hold on, because I don't get hit. Wilderness Outfitters. And then what we would do is, I'm sure you guys have heard of the Gunflint Trail. Well, that's beautiful down there. It's just a big old park, I think. Okay, it's just going down here. National Forest Seaplane Base is over here. That's funny. Huh. Well, guys, I think I might just cut this one off now, and then pick you guys back up when I get to the lake. How's that sound? We're gonna the Grand Ely Lodge. Oh yeah, let's check this out. I don't know how far up it is, but this is I've never been there. I've never been to the Grand Ely Lodge. I've only heard of it a bunch of times, and it sounds pretty popular. Heck, I don't know. Let's find out. This might be it right here. It'll be on the lake. This is also where a lot of the iron ore is mined, and this lake down here, I don't know if, I can't remember the name of this lake, but they actually, oh, there it is right there. Here it is. Let's check this out. The Grand Ely Lodge. So we're learning new stuff together, guys. Grand Ely Lodge. It just looks like a big old lodge. Probably a great restaurant. Looks fairly busy, full. Wow, yeah. And then I saw a glimpse of the lake down here. So there's a really good, really interesting story here, guys. Let me see if I can just get in here for a second. don't know if you guys can see that lake over there. Some of these lakes, they were used for mining, so they were man-made. But one of them, my nephew told me this story, and it's true. I saw the monuments. There's monuments all the way around the lake, but I'm going to tell you this story, guys, and I want you to tell me why it hasn't been made into a movie or even a documentary, because it's so bizarre. So I don't know how deep they were. I know it's hundreds of feet deep in those mines. And anyhow, I think I'm gonna go this way. Yeah. Anyhow, what had happened was they were digging in this lake. This is, I don't know, I think it's over 100 years ago, probably early 20th century. In any case, what had happened was they hit an underwater lake somehow or another while they were digging. So you can imagine hundreds of feet down, a lot of water on top, a lot of pressure. Well, apparently I don't know how many people in town, but it was so destructive when that happened that it just sucked a bunch of people down into this lake down below, and killed everybody. I think that would be a really interesting, at least a documentary. It's one of those iron ore lakes, and these trails, when you're going around those trails, you'll even see the monuments up, and they'll have like specific names. But apparently those people are still under there 100 years later, and it's so cold that the bodies are still there. All right, with that grim story, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.